It's the Mac Man Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home or you in your car. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. 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 It's the Mac Man Morning Show.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Locate.
I am Pam Ghostin, owner and creator of Candle Dessert Lounge, Mississippi's finest dessert and drink candles that are hand poured right here in DeSoto County. Our motto is dessert and drinks, 0 calories. We strive to create a vivid imagination of the delicious gourmet desserts and tropical drinks by offering a sweet and zesty vibe with an experience that ignites both your taste buds and sense of creativity. We also do candle making parties, whether it's for a private party, birthdays, anniversary, bachelor or bachelorette parties, business team building. We can do a party for any occasion. For more information, call 662-460-5035. Also, check out our website at candledessertlounge.bigcartel.com. If you're looking for those one-of-a-kind gifts, our candles are perfect for you.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mac Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
Show each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That is 10 o'clock Eastern Time, right here on Mag Media 3 Productions, Hot Talk Radio and Television Network. It is our network that carries our signal. We like to say grand rising, great day to all of our brothers and sisters all over the country, all of our 50 states and territories, and also outside of the United States. We'd like to thank all of you for being here. We welcome you here. And thank you for at least giving us an opportunity to come into your homes, your places of business, and wherever you are to bring you news, information, and inspiration. That is our duty, and that is what we do here. I'd like to say grand rising and great day to all of you all that are listening, and all of you from around the world. You are up and about, or those of you that have been listening, our brothers and sisters, I'd like to thank um, our listeners that are listening in South Africa. Hello, how are you? Thank you for sending a message to us. We're grateful for coming to you, and I hope that you're enjoying our broadcast. And it is our aim that you will receive and that you'll experience independent media as we have it. Let me call the roll right quick. Good morning to our Deacon Alvin Moore. Good morning to you, sir. Good morning to Sharon Reed, your great, wonderful caretakers. Uh, to Diane Black and to her wonderful father that is um, that's listening. To all of you, Penelope, and to Candle Dessert Lounge, Brother Lee Mack is on his way. I think I had. Yeah, he got it where we need to get. All right, here we go. All right, and to all of you that are here, our bushes, everybody in the bushes that can't listen and that are listening outside that are not in the chat, we'd like to say hello to all of you, to each and every one of you here. Thank you to Hot Talk Radio and Television for allowing us to be a part of your great, wonderful family. Grand rising to all of you. Right now, it is 12 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock. If you had to be there at 9, you know you're running a little late. Be careful. We got rain in our vicinities and in our region. And also, we got a cold front coming through. I'll see if I can get some information on that for our region. We're still in winter. Yes, folks, we're still in winter, although it gets warm and everything like that. And we're still in winter, and we still have we're still dealing with the cold weather. But we're grateful that on today, it's about in the it's 63 degrees. So they talking about spring, almost spring kind of weather. Don't be fooled by it. Keep, as my uncle would say, keep your long johns on until May or June. I said, okay, that's good. But grand rising to all of you. I got some interesting developments that have come up. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, the people that are doing the orange man that lives in the house that's white and his cohorts are surely nervous. Right now, as we speak, the Attorney General of the United States is testifying. I'm going to get a little of that to check it out and see what they have to say. They had the ICE people that were in charge of ICE in Congress, made a fool out of them. But I want to show you something uh, that's real interesting that my brother Roland Martin um, had on his program, and we're gonna how our congressperson, the congressperson from New Jersey, was addressing uh, the leaders of ICE. You know, everybody's saying all of these evangelicals, that's the white churchgoers and stuff like that, talking about they're saved and they're Christians and all. And they're saying that, you know, we believe in God and so forth and so on, but you're doing all of this evil and everything. And I got Brother Roland Martin, who is our wonderful friend and brother in broadcasting, and he had a segment on his show that I want to watch. I want to thank Roland Martin Unfiltered Digital show and his network for doing their great work. As you see, their handle is there. Let's watch this right quick, and you tell me what you think about it, and we're going to talk about it on the other side.
Got a little heated, y'all, today during the House Homeland Security Committee hearing. New Jersey Congresswoman Lamanna McIver didn't hold back when she was questioning the acting Immigration and Custom Enforcement Director, Todd Lyons. McIver jammed him up on several different issues. Watch.
As the senior official leading ICE enforcement, much of today's scrutiny falls on you, and it should. We have seen repeatedly that Republicans, Trump administration, its DHS, and your agency will do absolutely anything to avoid answering for your actions. When I showed up to inspect Delaney Hall, a private prison that you contract with, ICE tried not to give us an oversight tour. Then, instead of taking accountability for ICE's attempts to keep us from seeing this facility's conditions to know if people's basic rights were being upheld, this administration is doing all they can to try to put me in prison for 17 years. When ICE shot and killed Renee Good, Kristi Noem called her a domestic terrorist. When Alex Preddy, you all tried to tell us he was threatening officers with a gun, but all we saw was a phone. This administration's clear lies fell apart, not because someone had a come to Jesus moment, but because we saw these murders from every angle. You are only here because public outrage has become so unavoidable. You are here, Mr. Lyons, because white people are getting shot in the face and chest when the cameras are rolling. Because now my Republican colleagues care about optics, but when Keith Porter Jr., a Black American citizen, a son, a father, and a man loved by many was killed by an off-duty ICE agent on New Year's Eve, there were no hearings. So this is for him today. In my district, Jean Wilson Brutus, a Haitian immigrant, a beloved family man, died within 24 hours of being in ICE custody. He is just one of more than 30 people who have died in ICE custody last year. This is for all of them. Every human being your rogue, out-of-control agency has hurt, hunted down, imprisoned, killed, and continue to hold hostage even after they have agreed to be deported. We know this administration doesn't care about protecting people or sparing lives. We all see so plainly what you are doing, what you have been doing to Black and brown folks, immigrants, people silenced in the shadows, now in broad daylight to people peacefully rejecting your cruel agenda in the streets, which is their right to do. This is the despicable but predictable result of an agency that laughs at oversight, receives billions to deploy lethal force on our neighborhoods, and seems to believe that they are above the law and should be without accountability. This administration believes it can act first, explain later, or hell, never explain at all, as we see here today. You all seem to think you are the highest power who decides which people deserve dignity, protection, due process, but you are wrong. We are here for answers. We are here for accountability, and we are here because people are dying. Let me repeat that. People are dying. And you don't seem to care. So, Mr. Lyons, I've heard my colleagues ask many questions over and over again, and you cannot answer them. So let me ask you some questions that you may be able to answer. Mr. Lyons, do you consider yourself a religious man?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yes. Okay, well, how do you think Judgment Day will work for you with so much blood on your hands?
That feeling.
Let me come back up. And y'all don't need to see the commercials or nothing like that. Wait until you hear this answer and wait until you see what's about to go on here. Wait a minute. Let me see. All right. Here we go. All right. Wait a minute.
Okay, of course not. Do you think you're going to hell, Mr. Lyons?
I'm not going to end.
Of course not. How many government...
The gentlelady will suspend. The gentlelady will suspend.
Chairman?
A gentlelady will suspend. As I said, the issues we're debating here are important to ones that members feel deeply about.
Thank you.
While vigorous disagreement is part of the legislative process, members are reminded that we must adhere to established standards of decorum and debate. The witnesses are here voluntarily. And I will continue to remind
Now, wait a minute. I'm going to do something in a second. Let me roll back just a second.
Is part of the legislative process.
Wait a minute. Let me see. Now, she asked this man a question. Wait a minute. Hey, man, you religious? You going to heaven? What you going to do?
Religious man?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yes. Okay, well, how do you think Judgment Day will work for you with so much blood on your hands?
I'm not going to entertain that question.
Oh,
ma'am.
okay, of course not. Do you think you're going to hell, Mr. Lyons?
I'm not going to entertain.
Of course
Gentlelady,
not.
gentlelady,
How many government
The gentlelady will
agencies-
suspend. The
How many-
gentlelady will suspend.
Chairman?
A gentlelady will suspend. As I said, the issues we're debating here are important to ones that members feel deeply about.
Thank you,
While
Chairman.
vigorous disagreement is part of the legislative process, members are reminded that we must adhere to established standards of decorum and debate. The witnesses are here voluntarily, and I will continue to remind members that while oversight is important, aggressively attacking those witnesses personally is inappropriate and not in keeping with the traditions of our committee.
Mr. Chairman, I'm just asking a question. You guys are always talking about religion here in the Bible. I mean, it's okay for me to ask a question, right? But let me continue on. I got your note.
All right, the gentlelady may
Thank you so
resume.
much. Let me get back to my question, Mr. Chairman. Thank you. I appreciate you. How many government agencies, Mr. Lyons, are you aware of that routinely kill American citizens and you still get funding?
Ma'am, I'm not going to entertain that.
Of course you're not. Exactly. Exactly. Once again, questions that you cannot answer. And that is exactly why, Mr. Chairman, and to this committee, to my colleagues, and to my colleagues across the aisle, this is exactly why we should not be funding this agency. The people are watching you. They are watching you. And this is why we need to abolish ICE. With that, I yield back. Thank you, kindly.
Well, I tell you, the lady says, the congresswoman has said, she said, wait a minute now. She say, hold up, home. She say, you religious, right? You religious, right? Good morning to everybody. Good morning. He said, yeah. He said, do you know what you gonna do when Judgment Day come and you go before the good Lord? What's gonna happen when you go before the good Lord and you got blood on your head? Oh, objection! Oh, stop it! You ain't supposed to badger each other. Now they are known for their biblical antics and saying that he got mad when she said, "Now they all for." I'm not for abortion, okay? And I'm not gonna. You gonna do everything is a free will thing. That's what you do. If that's what you say you're gonna do, and all those things, I can't stop you from doing anything, okay? But if you say you represent Christ and Christianity and so forth and so on, and you're doing the things that you're doing to the least of these, it's the least of these. You do it unto everybody. No, I'm not saying this. I'm just saying the hypocrisy that we see. It's hypocritical what they're doing. That was just a snippet of some of the action that was going on in D.C. on yesterday. The hearings and the accountability, because Congress is is the branch of government that they are in charge of the money. Oversight. They got a right to ask these questions. But they're so bold and and look at how they do. They overtalk. They say whatever. They ask them, also these same people, they've asked them, they said, are y'all going to take the mask off and like regular police officers have a badge on and identifying marks to let them know, no, we can't do it because our people, they're under fire. All law enforcement know. And if you're in law enforcement, you know what you're getting into. You're a servant of the public. You're supposed to be keeping the peace. These are not law enforcement officers. First of all, they brought it out that that immigration and border security is just that. Immigration and border security. That means to secure the border. You got no business up in the city, patrolling the city, unless there's somebody that your department has to go get and take out of here for legal purposes. But and you say, Mr. Mack, why are you arguing this? I'm not arguing the point of immigration. I'm not arguing for people because then some of the people that have been let in here did us dirty too. They come over here thinking and have a preconceived notion that black people are stupid, dumb, lazy, and and all that, and they lump us all in there together, and we're trying to befriend them and be nice to them and be politically correct with them. You can't say that. Don't say that about them people. I got to work with these people, this and that and the other. But yes, then still in all, right in front of our faces, folks, they say the craziest things. They believe the craziest things. White supremacy, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. We want our white way of living. Now, those of you I'm making no excuse. If you don't know me by these 2 years, knowing where I stand, and I'll just remind you, I just guess I got to do it. I am not anti-white. I am pro-black. What does that mean? You can't get away with your white supremacy and your white supremacy actions and think I'm going to turn around and say, oh, I forgive you. I forgive you. Oh, I forgive you. Love those that hate. Yeah, the book say love those that hate you and talk about you and misuse you for his sake. And we ain't supposed to be sitting there looking like crazy and idiots and crazy people. This government that we're up under right now, the leaders of this government and administration got a plan and they're using it. Now, this morning, all right, let me get to it. This morning, I got another little bit of information. This right here. The Federal Aviation Administration halts El Paso flights for 10 days, citing special security reasons. The FAA is telling them not to fly. They have restricted flights on. Thank you to ABC for this graphic. They have restricted this airspace around El Paso, Texas, and the El Paso airport, major airport there, around about there. Why are they doing this for the next 10 days? Why are they restricting and holding down a whole airport and any air? You can't even fly a medical emergency helicopter or anything around there. It's restricted airspace, just like around the White House and any other prominent places that you cannot fly. Since 9/11, when the 9/11 had happened, they restricted planes from flying in certain situations, some restricted airspace. They restricted this airspace. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, don't be fooled. Right there where El Paso, Texas, Arizona, and New Mexico, right there, border states, right there, is Epstein's 10,000-acre ranch. Is in that vicinity, right there on the edge of the border of New Mexico. They're saying for these reasons, for the next, not one day, not a couple of hours, not for something that's happening or anything. Now, they're not saying why they're doing it. They're saying that it's a national security. They always, when they get ready to lie and they're getting ready to want to hide something, they say national security. I think we ought to know what's going on. If there's something going on in El Paso, it's a lot of people around there that's going to be affected from the air. The people don't even know what's going on. Let me get back to this here. You're restricting the air space around where the Epstein class head man has his place, because somebody's doing something. It's something going on. Oh, I got something else. Wait a minute. Hold on. I think I got something else. Wait a minute. Let me get the picture. Y'all hold on a second. This is the MacMan Morning Show. I'm going to bring it out because it seems like we sit around and we got our heads in, some folk got their head in the sand. Wait a minute. In addition to shutting off the airspace, on yesterday, it was discovered in the mounds and mounds of documents and files that Mr. Epstein thanked the Globe Eye News for this information that they have given us. As you see down there, they have 4.8 million viewers, and they're not no conspiracy theories type of news site. But let's see what the G got to say about this situation that's going on. The Epstein pedophile revealed in the files, it reveals that the pedophile purchased, get this, and y'all tell me what y'all think about this, 330 gallons of sulfuric acid. He purchased this. Look at the container, that 330 gallons of whatever that can be stored in a tanker truck. Into that, why did he order? What business? What does he have? What does sulfuric acid? What do you need all of this for? Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, put the puzzles together. These were some evil people. It has been reported to me, reported to the MacMan Morning Show, Mac Media Productions. Me as a broadcast journalist and reporter, it's been reported to me that this was delivered to one of his locales. Where, I ain't found out yet. You had 330 gallons of sulfuric, highly toxic acid. If a drop falls on you, it will go through your flesh, cause damage and corrosion. As a firefighting officer, if we had a sulfuric acid leak, we would have to evacuate that area at least 5 to 7 blocks around the center of it to evacuate people. If this gets on your hands and your eyes, if you use certain techniques, you will cause greatly bodily harm or unalivement. What does he have it for? I want to ask y'all, those of you that don't mind having this conversation this morning, what was he doing with 330 gallons of sulfuric acid? I keep telling y'all, read. You got to be able to read what's in the file. Ain't nothing in there. It ain't a picture book. You got to read and research exactly what's going on. And it was found out that this receipt was in the files, that he got this acid. Let's talk about what the possibilities of this acid was for. I'm glad you asked me. Welcome. Let me see here. Hello, Ms. Singleton. How are y'all? Everybody, hey, DW from Holly Springs, all of y'all, Penelope, and all of you all that are here. If this is and this is a hypothetical, I hope I'm wrong, but you can get rid of a whole lot of evidence with 330 gallons of sulfuric acid. Why do you have it? Why haven't we heard about some people that have been missing? You know, we got the missing and exploited children, and people that have been sex trafficked, and people that don't cooperate, or people that are unalive, and you want to quickly dissolve the evidence of who you don't want no signs of anything, where they've been or anything. So what do? What was that acid made for? I'm going to ask y'all that question before I hypothetically say what I know or think that it is, or what I feel. I say somebody's trying to get rid of something. Well, what is that they're trying to get rid of, Mr. Mack? Is it money? No, you ain't gonna put the money in no acid. You can spend that. You ain't trying to put nothing. I don't know. What do you need it for? You ain't know. What do you need 330 gallons of acid for? Put two and two together. They ain't gonna say nothing about it. Exactly, Miss Singleton. Are we that blind that we don't know? I'm gonna say it in a story book fashion. If he unalived some people and wanted to get rid, you got a 10,000 acre ranch. Put that in a pen in that right quick. You got 10,000 acres of land. Anything you want to do is private, secluded, bodyguards, dogs, cameras, everything around. You can do a lot of hiding and a lot of stuff with 10,000 acres of land. It wasn't just the island, folks. That's where the good time party boogie woogie was going on at entertain the rich folks, and there may have been some things going on there with the children, could be, but it was in New Mexico where the bodies are, I believe, where they say where the bodies are buried. It must be something that he really wanted to get rid of. Where did he store it? Where is it now? 330 gallons of sulfuric acid, the worst acid that you can get that can disintegrate anything. Put something in it and it's gone. Flesh and bone, whatever the case may be, it's gone. And then this morning, we get the notification that the FAA around his area where he has this 10,000 acre ranch is the airspace to keep satellites. And see, the government and people and governments around the world got sophisticated satellite systems that can aim from hundreds of thousands of feet in the air, can tell what's in the ground. Are there something up in them woods and something on that ranch that they didn't found, or something that they don't want found? These are the deceitful, evil people that are doing these things. You better hear me now. Think about it. He's desperate. The evil folks are desperate because why? The answers to our questions are coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, you better not be fooled. Don't let nobody fool you. It's something diabolical that was happening, and the government, the heads of the government know exactly what's going on and who did what. The man is in his nervous condition, shaking now, because why? It's getting ready to come out. You're going to be surprised. Or maybe you aren't going to be surprised that these things are going on. Top of the news, all of the young black men and women that are missing right now. Who's to say they are not just sex trafficked by the black pimps and the hustlers around? That's just nothing. That's just the minute. P. Diddy was minute. This Epstein and his group is at the top of the echelon in taking sex trafficking, whether it's children, dogs, whatever the case may be. Evil is going on, and some evil that's happening down there. Brother Mac, why are you saying this? This is the information that we need to know about our government. It doesn't matter to me. I don't know nothing about it. Yes, it does matter. It should matter. It's when you say it doesn't matter, or it ain't my business, or I don't care about what them people do. They ain't doing nothing to me. Lo and behold, there is a systematic plan. He's trying to see how much dirt he can get done. We're next. Somalians and Ethiopians look like who? Me and you. And some of us is light, bright, and damn near white. So who's to say that they're not going to pull somebody over and take them and warehouse them somewhere? How many Italian immigrants that are in America that ain't got papers have they went to? How many Greek Americans, Greek immigrants that are here, Polish immigrants, German immigrants, immigrants from other countries that look like them, Russian immigrants that are in this country that they are not rounding up. All of a sudden you start with the lowest on the totem pole that you can come after, and that's the Hispanics. They ain't got no court. But see, the other folks look too much like them. How would it feel? They really would be exposing their plan, pulling you out of your car. No warrants. They saying we don't need no warrants. They voted and said, we don't need no warrants for them to come out. That is a secret Gestapo police, Nazis. Then they asked the gentleman in the hearing, let me take this down right quick. They asked this fool in the hearing, if you want to be, he said, look, you upset about being called a fascist and a Nazi and a racist and a Klansman? Y'all stop doing what you're doing. Why are you doing this? No other police department right now openly that is doing what you're doing. Why should we give you carte blanche to go in America and just take and snatch people out the home, Mr. Christian, church member? There you are. Why? I want to ask the question why. Somebody tell me why. What in the world is going on? What's happening? What's happening? Why in the world is this going on? Can anybody tell me? Please tell me. Somebody help me out now. Wait a minute. Let me try to find this thing here. There was it's crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, what have we gotten ourselves into? Huh? Wait a minute, let me get this. I gotta find it. We got our heads in the sand. We got our heads in the sand, and the man is sitting there talking all this talk, and they ain't telling you. They doing stuff. They right now scrambling, trying to get rid of the evidence. See, Epstein put him in a bad light. Epstein put him in a bad light. I'm going to say it again. He put him in a bad light. He is the mastermind behind what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, hear me and hear me well. It's a whole lot deeper than what you think that it is. But we refuse to look and actually see and understand what we are seeing with our own natural eyes. Can somebody fool us that much that what you're seeing and what you're watching is not actually the truth? Are we that naive that this woman testified, this Maxwell woman testified and pleaded the fifth? Trump pleaded the fifth. Epstein pleaded the fifth under oath. It will incriminate me. Wait a minute, madam. You mean to tell me that you scared, or is something that answering the question, do you know if Jeffrey Epstein had the children and everything and messing with underage folks, you say that the answer that you give would incriminate you? I'm pleading the fifth. You not, and that woman is not even a citizen of America. You don't have no rights, ma'am. I got the rights. You're not you're an English-born citizen. So you get no Fifth Amendment. None of this applies to you. You don't get these rights, lady. Answer the question. You did these crimes. You in prison now. And well, now she ain't in prison. She's at the country club in Texas, living high. They don't answer these questions. Why did y'all move that lady from where she needs to be in prison with all the rest of the pedophiles and the crooks and whatever, and y'all moved the white woman out of the way because she got the answers. And if she says something, she gonna end up like Jeffrey Epstein. They could not let Epstein, he was in jail. He knew what was gonna happen. If he got in any kind of population, he had the goods on him. They went, and just like they did P. Diddy, they went into his house and he had a control room, like a broadcast studio of where he can see all of the cameras, the hundreds of cameras in those places, in every bedroom, even in the bathroom when you're going to take you and going in there and doing what you're doing. He got cameras in there. So he got the dirt on them. Are we still going to be fooled and sit back and give them a pass? Or are we not going to stand together and make sure we're not going for it? Oh, they made the mistake. They're not coming to our communities. I know we got some bad situations where we live. We in some situations where our family, people that look like me that have been deprived of. If you deprive black people for what they, for the basic necessities, we got to go and bow and scoot to get the things that we need and that we should survive. We got to bow and scoot on the job. We can't say certain things. Don't say nothing to offend them, because why? They hold the purse. I got white folks in my family and all of this other stuff. I'm not saying they all are like that, but the people that were standing there were lily white. I ain't see a black official nowhere. He don't like him. He's a racist to his heart. If you're not doing something to benefit him, like Byron Donalds and that man over there in South Carolina, Tim Scott, who kissed his behind ever since he got in there, and he didn't get the job he wanted. He didn't get treated like that, and y'all defending him. Preachers, bishops in high places. Oh yeah, we know who it is. Got on there and defended and just brushed aside the fact that this man has done the thing, and they put this out about the president and our president, Barack Obama, and his wife being gorillas. Monkeys got straight hair. They don't have kinky hair like we have. So we don't even pass for it. We don't have no thin lips like they got. Some do. But that don't make us no monkeys. And why a monkey can't make a human being if we come from the gorillas and monkeys? If they the original man that was created as they lying and saying, why can't they make another black man? Two white folks can't make nobody black. Thank you. And it's not a race thing, but why can't we wake up and see that they're trying to destroy the very people that God is trying to watch over? I hope you're hearing me. We put ourselves down so much, we got our head in the sand so much, and we don't even know who we are and why they're after us. Now let me get to some politics right quick. Boom. If they don't, that this is what he's really scared of. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, the Democratic Party is getting ready to take over Congress. This is the political part. This is what the orange man that sits in the White House, the house that's white, is afraid of, and all of his homies and cronies. Look at this here. Specifically, let's start with House District number 660, which Trump won by 13 points the last national election. They came back and had a special election in that same spot in Louisiana, and the Democrat beat them by 24 points and took that seat that's been held by the racist folks down there in Louisiana. They then the red, that's red, ruby red Trump country, and they busting his head. 24 points. You do the math. Let's go to Michigan. Special primary election, special election that was going out. And look at the turnout. The Democrats turned out more than 8,000 more voters in a lily red ruby district, and they got that seat. Special election. Look at the turnout. Let's go to Texas. Ruby Red District, Senate District number 9, special election. What no way in the world that a Democrat of any kind should win. And they whomped them, not by 2 or 3 points, but by 14 percentage points. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, somebody's upset and nervous. He lied and said, the orange man said this. He says, and I'm just trying to hip you up to what's going on. I'm going to lead into something else. Brother Lee Mack will be here in a little bit. I sent you your stuff, Lee, if you can hear me. If we sit back and not vote, I'm going to go to Mississippi now. I'm going to lead this up for a minute. Y'all playing games in Mississippi, and you're going to fool around and lose all of the gains that you have. The Democratic Party can get every seat that is challenged by a Democrat to change what's going. It's not, and some of them are no good. I'm talking about them right now. I hope they hear me, and I know that they hear me. People are tired. People are afraid because if they turn the clock back, all of the things that they're trying to do, if they turn the clock back, I want to know, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, how would you react if you all of a sudden become a slave again? What if they go and if they had the opportunity right now to say that all of the rights that we have are gone? I'm talking to y'all, Black America. What if they say that you can't go on the bus? If white people are on the bus, you have to give up and give your seat up. Bus could be full, could be empty, but if they want that front seat, you got to go to the back. Let's take it a little first step further. Y'all going out on all of y'all dates and all that other stuff. You can't go into a restaurant and be served at Red Lobster and Chops and all these other places that y'all go talking about that y'all having living your best life. They say no Negroes, no black people. What if they on at the zoo where you take your children or go to Disneyland where your children are and they say that this is not the day for black people to come. You got to come on the day that black people come. The cruise ships and the boogie woogie and everything. Oh, we living our best life. I'm trying to wake up, y'all. I'm living my best life. And they tell you, oh, you can't travel on the airplane first class. You can't do this and that and the other. You can't be on this cruise ship because why? White people are on here. You got to get on the black cruise ship. That's where we are headed. That's where they want to take us. The population of the white population is not as strong as it is of people of color. That's what it's all about. Racism at the highest level. And Donald Trump is ripping off this nation. He's a grifter. He's a thief. And it's not just about money as more as it is about power and control. Why do you say this, Brother Mac? Why do you keep trying to drill this in our head? I'm going to keep saying something. Wake up. Wake up. I'm going to say it again. Wake up. Pay attention to what's going on. It's 9:52 a.m. I'm going to take a break. But y'all know that if you listen or not, I'm going to still cry loud and tell you what's happening. News, information, and inspiration on the MacMan Morning Show. We'll be back.
I am Pam Ghostin, owner and creator of Candle Desserts Lounge, Mississippi's finest dessert and drink candles that are hand poured right here in DeSoto County. Our motto is dessert and drinks, 0 calories. We strive to create a vivid imagination of the delicious gourmet desserts and tropical drinks by offering a sweet and zesty vibe with an experience that ignites both your taste buds and sense of creativity. We also do candle making parties, whether it's for a private party, birthdays, anniversary, bachelor or bachelorette parties, business team building. We can do a party for any occasion. For more information, call 460-5035. Also, check out our website at candledessertlounge.bigcartel.com. If you're looking for those one-of-a-kind gifts, our candles are perfect for you.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
Before I go any further, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming and participating on the MacMan Morning Show. We're grateful for your listening and for your curiosity on what's been going on. My job as a broadcast journalist is to bring the truth and forefront news, information, and inspiration. That's what I do. I report on the events. I would give you the information that is pertinent and that I believe that you can use. And I don't leave here without trying to explain that we got to encourage each other, but we can't. I hope and pray that we do not have our heads in the sand and not watching and everything around about us about the things that are going on. Good morning to Meredith Hammer, the next judge of the Circuit Court of Cook County in the Sub-Circuit 17. And to Brother Jason House, who is the Honorable Mayor of the Village of Dalton. We'd like to say good morning to all of you. Good morning to you, Miss Stephanie Wiedemann, the next Thornton Township Committee person. Will be the primary will be March the 16th. You can start early voting on the 2nd of March, but then you can get yourselves together so that we can put those people in place that we should. I support certain people. Jeff Hullum, we got to get Jeff on. He's in District 4 for the Mississippi Congressional District 4. We're going to be talking about him a little bit. To my dear friend, Miss Felicia Jones, who's the owner and chef of To Be Served at 1950 West on 87th Street in the great city of Chicago, the finest cuisine that you would ever, that you would like. Real good, great food, great entertainment, great service. Closed on today. This is Wednesday, closed on Wednesdays. Let me make sure here. Yeah, closed on Wednesday, but every day from 7 a.m. to 3, you can go by there. Just wanted to shout out to our dear friend and to Commissioner Kiana Belcher, who's been endorsed by the wonderful Congresswoman Robin Kelly, who is running for United States Senate in the state of Illinois. We wish you well. We do support you, ma'am. And we support these strong ladies that are going to be ready to step up to the plate and to doing what they do. I'd like to just say good morning, grand rising to each and every one of you. Yes, it is Black History Month, but it's Black History Month each and every day. Don't forget your history. Don't let people bury you in the sand. Don't quit. Read it and study and read it for yourself. Get it for yourself, folks. And if we're going to celebrate with knowledge. Let's find out about who we are and whose we are. Okay? Know who you are and whose you are. That's all I'm trying to say. They've been fooling around and hoodwinking and bamboozling us for the longest. And I got nothing else to say but the truth. I'm not here to bash nobody. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we're up under a situation that we have never, and I mean never, and since I known anything in the years that I've been alive, I've never seen anything like this. Only thing I can compare it to, the evil and the hatred that these people have for us, is the civil rights movement. And they ain't moved that far yet because they're testing the waters to see how far they can go. We've got to make sure that we cut them down at the source. We got to change what's going on. I may not agree with a lot of people, and we might not. We might have our differences of opinions on some things, but the common goal is we got to change this government. We got to vote them out. We got to vote this problem out. And that's the only thing that they haven't tried to take yet away from the citizens of this country, and that is the right to vote. He's trying his best to take away the eyes off of him. That's why they're doing what they're doing. See, he know he's guilty. He may never spend one day in jail, but the people that are doing the job for him, the ICE agent heads and all these folks running around here, the attorney general and all them, y'all in trouble. And let me say this again, since they don't know civics and they don't know nothing about government operations, the states can indict you. This man got 34 criminal convictions from the state of New York. He is a convicted felon in the White House. How can you explain that to me? You can't. Let me ask you something. Do anybody got anybody that ever been to jail or got a felony? Maybe your relative or your dear friend or somebody that's close to you, may not be close to you, and they got a felony on their record and they can't get a job. They can't get no credit. They can't even, the hell, they act like you done did your time and you can't vote. You did your time. You did what you had to do, and you can't get your rights back. That's what they do. They take your rights back unless you go to folks that got the power to restore your rights. And some people, some people in the black community have just gotten so tired that they say, man, I'm not fighting no more. Don't lose the fight, folks. Don't lose the fight. Hold on. It's going to be all right. It's going to work out for our good. I hope you hear what I'm trying to say to you. It's not all doom and gloom. It's not over. It is not over. We got to stand together. I don't like some of the politicians that are running. There's some here in Mississippi I'll never support for my own reasons. I'm not going to support them because they're not for the people. When are we going to be for the people? When are the few that is trying, the mother that's trying to help her children, trying to do for her kids, the man that's trying to get a job and try to make it for his family or trying to survive? What about us? All of the contributions that we've given to this country, all the things that we have done, all the things that we've invented, all the contributions, does it mean anything? Can they just continue to do any and everything to us and we still take a passive aggressiveness in a sense that we don't care? Don't upset them. They pay me my paycheck. Don't upset them because they got the power. Oh, I'm not scared of them. They don't have the power. That's what I keep trying to tell you. They know that if they come after the black people in this country, that they got a problem on their hands. But they're trying. The Hispanic community, almost 30% of them voted against Kamala Harris. Foreigners. Now you feeling the brunt. Now you want black people to come out and support you, and we don't even support ourselves. I hope I'm making you mad. You ain't talking about me. I support my folks, this and that and the other. All of this Juneteenth and all of this other stuff, what does it mean without action? Outrage. The only reason that things have gotten out of hand is because white kids and these soccer moms and these folks that y'all trying to be like and take your children and get with them and be their friends, that's them people saying they upset. You didn't hear anything until these white folks got shot unalive. They ain't giving me nowhere. I ain't worried about that. When them two people got shot, now all of a sudden the outrage come, and every day, Trayvon Martin called their name. Trey Reed called their name. Breonna Taylor called their name. We can call the name and we won't even be through. We still be in next year calling the names of people that have been mutilated, hung, lynched, beaten, slaved, enslaved. They enslaved us and gave us nothing. And we took something and nothing and made something out of it. Look at how many, these is just a brief list of just talk about the inventors. This Black History Month. The air conditioning. We had something to do with air conditioning. Look at all of the achievements and the things that have been done, folks. And they call us heathens and barbarians and monkeys and gorillas and just dehumanize us. And the lie that people say, be good to them that use you and persecute you for my sake. I'm not a fool. I have intelligence. I can read and understand what I can read. At one time, folks, if you were black, you could not read. It was against the law of the land for you to learn how to read and write. Why? Because we would be doing things that we're doing today. I wouldn't know what I know if I couldn't read, if I couldn't understand what I write, if I couldn't understand what was going on. They make us look like we idiots, and we giving them ammunition to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, can you see what's happening? You're not outraged, you comfortable. I don't want to hear this. I want to play my music. I don't want to hear this. I got Valentine's Day. I'm trying to see who gonna give me that cheap box of candy and them old cheap flowers. If a person can't give you something all during the year, it makes no sense to have it. We get all pissed off and upset because somebody didn't buy you some flowers. If they don't love you every day, some folks may not have it. Some people may not have it, and we go completely nuts over something that they created. Lying to you. You only love during your birthday. You love during your anniversary. You love during Valentine's Day or any other day they come. Mother's Day and Father's Day, they completely forget about Father's Day in the black community, for real. I mean, y'all just really done gave us a bad name, like we the evilest persons in the world, but been conditioned by these folks. They tore our families up. They got people talking about men, and I know that there's some people that have done some low down and some dirty things. I can't do anything about it. I can't make no excuse about what my mother did or what my father may not have done. They may not could have buy me the things that you see the white kids and the other folks that think that they all that have. They had to make sure that we all ate and we had a roof over our heads. Do you hear what I'm saying? Oh, but we get all emotional. We got anxiety. Y'all ain't heard nothing about no damn anxiety, ADHD, and all these other D's until the white folks said you had it. We've been hyped all our life. We've been jumping off the. We were kids. Oh, they got attention disorder and this and that. Not people that are really sick. I'm talking about they were giving these children prescription drugs to calm them down. It's just a kid. And we suckers. We'll listen to them. Anxiety. Where did anxiety come? We were built to deal with it. If we wasn't under anxiety during the civil rights movement while we were trying to get rights to live here with these folks, how much anxiety and how much stress were my grandparents, your forefathers and ancestors, how much stress was on them, and they kept on moving. They didn't have no prescription. Stress and anxiety. Y'all think y'all got stress and anxiety because you can't meet a deadline or your computer screen crashes or you drop your phone. I got anxiety. I'm nervous. Y'all full of garbage. Trying to be like them. You cannot use their ways to satisfy your life. They telling you already what they're doing. And it's 8 minutes after the hour 10. I hear you, South Africa. They over there hollering. Tell the truth. Yes, I'm going to tell the truth. We over here, something happened to people over here. The brainwashing has gone through. And I'm not just saying that just because I see it. I don't have to live like them. I don't have to eat where you eat. I don't have to live where you live. But we are so desperate to be just like them. Get mad at me, say what you want to say. Now one of us came here with no Barbie doll hair down to your back. You know you came out the store and the next day you got hair down to your back. We know it ain't real. I'm not trying to be insulted, but we trying to be like them. I got to get my figure together. I got to look like this. I got to look like that. You can't look like that. I got to go get me a BBL. I got to go get plastic surgery. I got to do all of these things. They brought us over like this. This Black History Month, ain't it? Let's talk some Black history. What about that? What about that? This Black History Month, they gave us a whole month, the shortest month out of the year. This is how my ancestors came over here. Like cattle, like casket folks in a casket stacked on each other. Can you imagine on a ship? There were no motors on those ships. So months and months and months on the water, crammed up, hot, funky, excrement and everything everywhere just to bring us over like we cattle. Do you see what I see on the screen? Or are we blind to the fact that they did not want? We were not designed to be in this country as free men and women. But when they got in trouble, the Lincoln, Mr. Lincoln, that they celebrate so much, was so mad. He did not want to give. He knew, he said, the only way we're going to win and to do what we got to do, we got to give them their freedom. You fight in the Civil War and make it out of it, you get your freedom. We was already free. They made us captives. And we petting and we pacifying. I know y'all don't like it and you might not like it. You might turn the Mac Man off, but you better get you some serious thought about this. Look at what we're looking at. That's why they say, are you woke? Are you woke or you still sleep? They want to keep you asleep. They don't want to wake you up. They don't want y'all to be woke. If they woke, they'll find out what dirt that we've done. If they woke, they'll find out the true meaning of who they are. If they woke, they'll find out that their ancestors are the real innovators of what's been going on. If they woke and realize and come to themselves that, hey, that they're more than just slave, Toby, nigger, and all these other things that they call them. Are you tired and sick and tired of being called out of your name and described of how you are? I want to know. Or are you just comfortable and you trying to be friends with them? I got people that are of the Caucasian persuasion that I love that are in my family. I'm not talking about people like that, and I'm not talking about all of them, and I'm not making no excuses for being black. Why do I have to make an excuse and hide my feelings and hide what's going on around about you, and why am I not pissed off? Why am I not supposed to be pissed off when there's inequality in the job market, inequality in business life, inequality? It ain't equal. I got to beg you for some food stamps. I got to beg you for the Section 8. I got to beg you to come on your job making $7.25 an hour. That is the national minimum wage. Who's working for $7.25 and your rent is $1,500 a month? Come on and wake up somebody. And we not supposed to say nothing. I'm not listening to y'all. You Stevens and House Negroes, that y'all comfortable with your white masters. They're trying to take us out. And if we don't stand up, they're going to take us out. You ain't safe nowhere. You ain't got nowhere. You can't depend on nobody. Can't depend on some, not all, some of our religious leaders. He's sitting back. The man got on the radio. I'm not going, and the TV, big time bishop, riding around in his Mercedes and his Bentley with his bodyguards opening up the door for him like he's all of that. I ain't see Jesus on no chariot with no servants and bodyguards. He had 12 brothers with him, but one of them was the devil. He was here for the devil. He was here to do what he needed to do against Jesus. He didn't have nowhere to lay his head, and these pimps, hustlers, and crooks in the church turned the black church into the Catholic Church. Y'all can get mad all day. We haven't seen the things that are going on. There's no real teaching. There's no real education because while y'all sleep, they said they woke. They woke. That means that you're aware of your surroundings. You're aware of what's going on. They can't pull nothing over on you. How many of y'all still sleep? "15 minutes after the hour of 10 o'clock in the AM in the Central Time Zone in the United States of America. This is the Magman Morning Show on the Hot Talk Radio and Television International Network. All over the world, somebody is listening to us. We won't even support each other. We won't support the truth. We won't support the truth. We'll let them lie. If the white folks tell you it's something, we'll believe it. It's raining outside, sun shining just as bright. We'll believe it. Yes, sir, it is raining. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying all of us, but there's some people that are running as Republicans knowing what these people stand for, and they telling us that we should go back to Jim Crow was better than it is now. You fool you. You damn fool. You're crazy as hell. If you think that segregation was better than the rights that we have now, y'all walking around here, riding, doing what you want to do. Y'all think y'all owning the neighborhood, talking about this is your hood. Y'all killing, and we killing each other. We unaliving each other, as they say, killing, unalive, same thing. We doing these things. Yeah, I'm woke. You ought to be woke too. It's time to come out of our sleep. These people, you got an evil pedophile. No telling what they doing with the acid. What did he do? He dead and gone. How many people that he put in the acid to get away with? How many of our brothers and sisters got kids that are missing, sex trafficked and taken off the street for their organs or for their bodies? The biggest and oldest profession in the land is prostitution. Who's the biggest pimp? The honky is the biggest pimp. I said it because somebody just sent me something and told me to shut up, nigga. Don't send me that. Oh, I see it. Yeah, they just said it. Don't send me no message because I'll bust you out. I'm nobody's nigga. Nobody's. I said it. I am not. I am a man that God made through my mother and my father. I got a name, and it is Mr. James. That's my name. My name is not nigga. And if you don't like what I'm saying, get off of the channel. I have not insulted nobody. I have not said anything. I said that word, H word, that I'll call the H word. They call it the N word. I said it because you called me a nigga. And I know who you are. You see, this is how dumb they are. Do your research, know who's around about you. They tell me exactly who comes on and sends me a message and where it comes from and what your IP address is. So I'll lodge a complaint. Is somebody around? I know who it is. What's my name? Mr. James Mack. Mr. Am I mad? No, I tell you where to go. I'll meet you where you want it. You can't do it. Try it. I'm not taking it. See, that's what they call you when the truth comes out. That's what they want to make us as when the truth comes out. I ain't going to keep you long. I'm going to get off at 10:20 today. News, information, and inspiration. Now let's get to the inspiration part. Let me get the devil off of here. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, don't be a fool. Don't think that these people like you or like me. As you see, I had the block on the chat. He put it in the chat. I get all the chats before they get up there. And I had to block that person. Because you're not going to call me out of my name. My mother is Mrs. Ida. McCray. I didn't come from monkeys. I'm an intelligent human being, a man. How long are we going along with this? This ain't our fight. They pulled us in because they want to be superior. If what I'm saying to try to educate the people that I know, and it's hard to do because y'all won't believe, they won't believe anything unless it's coming out of a mouth of somebody to let the newsmen come on and say, oh, because they said it is true. I'm giving you something they ain't gonna give you. They brainwashing us. You looking at American Idol and they destroying our nation. You looking at the housewives of Atlanta and they're taking our children's they're taking the scholarship money. Kids can't go to school. You looking at the cartoons and you looking at the crap that's going on, and they just laid off 28,000 people. Took them out of their jobs. You know, the jobs y'all said that you got job security and you talked and looked down on people, and now you in the welfare line and the food stamp line. What happened to you? You can't be friends with these people. That's why we got to get ready to get our act together, folks. All the orange man that lives in the White House did was pull the covers off of the true identity of the people that are in this. And it's immigrants from other places. As I said before, not one Polish immigrant has been arrested. Not one Italian immigrant ain't got no papers, no nothing that's here that look like them that they have arrested. No Czechoslovakian, no Russian, no none of them, no Chinese, no Arab has been thrown out of all these stores and none of them got papers. They don't go up into the corner store where they selling us the bad food at, the convenience stores where they selling us the bad gas that your car is breaking down and they pouring water in the gas, talking about its premium, and they just cheat us. They think I was in the store the other day, and I'm gonna shut my mouth. I was in the store the other day and I gave the man what I had was $1.50. This man gave me no change. I said, man, what? He said, oh, you paid for it. No, sir. Give me my change back. Figuring that we can't count or we can't read. And they got us that way. Our kids are out of school, can't even sign their signature. Don't know how to read, but they got a big gun living in your house, selling dope, your baby. Yo, my baby ain't did this. And you know they crook. If I can keep these kids out of school, keep them stupid, keep them dumb, they ain't gonna know. They don't know their rights. They could be talking. They say you have the right to remain silent, and you keep talking. Every day on TV, they got these shows that's showing the crooks when they interrogate. They said you have a right to shut your mouth. Don't you want to tell us to get yourself out of trouble? No, I ain't got nothing to say. Then they mad because they got to get you to confess and lie. They ship people off to other countries, folks. They got warehouses that they used to have Amazons and UPS warehouses and different warehouses. And they say, we're going to put y'all in these holes in the wall and keep you there. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, if you sleep, you sleep. If you don't want to wake up, don't wake up. Don't take my word for it. And to the person that sent that message, I'm not a nigga. This is the James Mack Morning Show every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 a.m. on the East Coast right here on Mac Media 3, Mac Media 3 Productions, right here on the network that carries our show nationwide. International Broadcasting Network, the Hot Talk Radio and Television Network. Thank you all for being here. If I made you mad by telling the truth, that's your business. If you want to be somebody that's sitting there and thinking that these people like you, you better keep your eyes on them because they don't like us. The ultimate thing that they want to do is get rid of black people in America, to bring us to a point of slavery and and servitude like they had back in the 1800s. They're working on it. And if we sit back and not get off our behinds and vote, if you sit back and say your vote don't count, don't be surprised at what you're going to get in return. Think for yourself. God gave us 5 senses. He gave us a mind to think. I'm not thinking for nobody. Use your own mind if you can and analyze what's going on. And maybe you'll get your answer. This is the MacMan Morning Show each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, right here on Mac Media 3, Mac Media 3 Productions. You don't have to be perfect to do the right thing. I'll see you tomorrow.
It's the MacMan Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home when you're in your car.